Hello from the dung heap, everybody. These are my friends. A lot of them.
Friends.
There he is. Hi, sweetie.
Hello. Good morning, everybody.
And we're live. Hello. SPTV. Hello, hello. Hi, everybody. Good morning. Wow, here we are. It's been a good 5 days, 6 days since I last streamed. So here I am. I want to say a few greetings before I get into it. Let some people come in. I've got a lot of thoughts I want to share with you, and as always, I want to get your input as well. So my family knows, my close friends know that when I'm quiet, it's usually either I'm really busy, which I have been, or I'm really taking stock. I'm kind of taking a break, hanging back, observing things, thinking about where I stand on some things. And then when I think I've, composed myself, then I'll talk. If I just fly off the handle, it usually doesn't go too well. So I've been quiet for a few days. I have been very busy, but also been just taking stock, contemplating, not really nasal gazing, but just thinking about some things and thinking about direction and where I want to go from here. And I've had Sweet Child of Mine in my head for days now. I don't know why. So I kept thinking of that phrase, like, where do we go? Where do we go now? Where do we go? I, where do we go? All right, I'll leave that to all them. All right, hi. Who we got here? A lot of people pouring in. I see Carrie J. Hi there, friend. We got all the fabulous mods. Mischief Managed, Sayspiria, Jersey Jan. I don't think Georgie's with us today, but tell you a little secret. I think he's going to be here in the holler at the end of the week. I'm so excited. I just can't contain myself. Inappropriate Heifer and her. Well, I don't want to. All right, I can't tell tales out of school, but a lot of you know that she and Alan Valentine have been a thing. So they're coming to visit. So I'm really excited about that. And I think Georgie's going to meet up with us. We're going to go to my son's gig on Friday. So I'm really excited about that. And I will try to talk them into doing a stream with me while they're here. So that should be really fun. So who else we got here? Joel McCoyne. I'm going to be talking about you. Thank you for being here, Joel. And we got Kansas Esky Gal. Hey there, friend. Constance June. Hi there. So glad you're here. Nance True. Good morning. Good morning. So glad you're here too. James Steele. Hi there. Stasia Flonase. Good morning, Anne. Sin K. Hi there. Kansas Esky Gal, thank you so much for becoming a member or renewing your membership. It's greatly, greatly appreciated. And Nico, hi there. Scientology up north. Hey, Miriam, great to see you. Granny G, Granny G, I got my dung heap. What do you think? I zhuzhed it up a little bit. So good to see you. Kathy Scoggins, Hubtology reporting. Gotta love it. So glad you're here. And I've missed you all. Thank you so much. Thank you all for being here. And we got our good friend Eric Rader. Hi there. So good to see you. James Steele, did I say hi to you? We got Freya, the dog. Hey there. All right. Everybody reading each other. I just love it. Hi, Rika. Hey there. Hi, Marilyn. Hope you enjoyed your time off. I did. Thank you. I'm going to have, oh, Guns N' Roses. Where do we go? Yeah. Uh, I have that a lot because my son Austin, I think I've told you, loves Guns N' Roses, and he does a lot of the Slash solos. He's really good at them, and he has, well, not really Slash's guitar, but it's a model. It's like the Slash edition of the Les Paul. So he loves it. Oh, there you are. Hey, Georgie. I'm lurking, not modding, but listening, sitting outside on the highway. Oh, all right. Well, don't text and drive. Really? Aw. Kara J, Sweet Child of Mine was the song husband and I walked in for our wedding reception. Oh, I love that. I got the chills just thinking about that. That's sweet. Atkins in Texas. Hi there. Mama, my Sharona. Hi there. Jack of Trades. Hey there. Jack of Trades. DOA was walking on filthy sidewalk in bare feet. Only the protester. I can't walk in bare feet. I don't know how anybody does that. Hey, Lottie's Lore. Hey there. All right. So good to see you all. Thank you all for being here. So, like I was saying, hi. Hi. I've been watching some really interesting documentaries lately, just on things like mind control, some political type documentaries, which I don't go into politics here, but it's very, very interesting how people can be influenced. And like I've told you so many times in the past year and a half, I think I've been on that, almost year and a half, that I am learning right along with everybody. And part of the reason why I come out, well, I was coming out every day, is that I feel like this has been so beneficial for myself. I hope for other people, some other people, maybe a handful of people too. But I I've learned a lot about myself, and I've learned a lot about humanity and how the world works, and I've learned a lot about the internet. That's for darn sure. In the past year, and I went into this not knowing what was going to happen, not knowing much about this whole crazy thing called the internet, and I've learned a lot, and I've made a lot of great friendships. And I mean, I hesitate to talk about this, but I guess I've really gotten to the point where I have to decide what's important for me. And I'm not going anywhere. I'm not saying I'm canceling myself or anything, but I think that it's good to be able to take stock and pivot once in a while. And um there's something that I learned this week I thought was very, very interesting about the human body and the human brain when it comes to anger, negativity, and what we call drama, right? To like the kind of the car crash or mentality, or my adopted dad used to call it rubbernecking, right? You go by the scene of like an accident or something's going on in the street, you see a scuffle or something, and you're stretching your neck to see what's happening, right? It's human nature, and it's something that I think that it's good to recognize it, because I was reading, so many articles and studies and things this week, and watching, like I said, documentaries. And did you know, which I didn't know this, that anger and drama and negativity can be addicting, and like chemically addicting to your brain. And the reason for that is when you're angry or you just feel negative or you just, it actually releases a stress, it triggers a stress response in your body and in your brain, and it actually releases dopamine, which I think we all know that dopamine is addicting. Dopamine is that chemical in your brain. They call it the more chemical, right? So I think that people just naturally fall into it without realizing. And I'll be the first to admit it that I have. And you can't stay in that state forever because you get burnt out. You get really burnt out. And I think many people, if I've been listening and watching and learning from all of you, a lot of people are burnt out on it, right? You get adrenal burnout. You get negativity burnout. And I just don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with it anymore. And I think that many of you are that way too. So I've seen so many people say, well, I only watch 2 or 3 channels anymore of FBTV. Number one, there's so many channels to choose from, which is great, you know. And I think that everybody has to figure out like what's good for them and not feel obligated, to watch everything. It's impossible. It's impossible. And people grow and change. And my channel is growing and changing. And maybe it's not growing in numbers. In fact, I've lost some subs and I'm okay with that. I honestly am, because I don't want people to stay if they're not comfortable with me or my channel, Okay, I'm going to, oh, I was like, I saw a question. It's one of James's jokes, but that's all right. But if you have a comment or question, just please put a comment or question, because I don't have anyone in StreamYard. So I am just starting things as I go along. So yeah. So I have a few notes. They're kind of scribbled down. And as always, I really want to get your opinion, your take on this. So last night I was feeling some kind of way about, my channel and about my direction and how things are going. I, like I said, I haven't come on because there's been so much going on. I don't want to just come on live and just spew a bunch of random thoughts, right? And I'll be honest, I needed to think about things because I don't want to stir up controversy or to perpetuate it. And there's things going on with the SPTV Foundation, and I support the foundation. I support Aftermath. I think that they're doing good things. I'm just going to say this. I think it would be good if both foundations would clarify a little bit more of what they will and can do, what they don't do, and I think that they both would do well to be a little more informative about what their operations look like. Okay. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. There's been a lot of talk about, well, why didn't the foundation help with this? Why didn't the foundation help with that? As far as I know, neither foundations are set up or have a policy of doling out money or giving money to things like legal expenses. And as far as I know, they are both, the Aftermath Foundation and the SPTV Foundation, are set up to give funds to ex-Scientologists that are in need of help. So I think maybe it would serve them well, both foundations well, to clarify that. I thought it was obvious to me. It seemed like they were there to help ex-Scientologists, and even then, not to put money into legal funds, I I've given money to both, and I'm sure many of you in the audience or watching have given money to both foundations. And I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting to know where your money's going. And they're both websites say that they're there to help ex-Scientologists. So like I said, I took a few days off. I wanted to think about things because I don't want to come out here. I don't know what's going on. I'm not I'm not the go-between of anyone. I've said this over and over, and it's very true that I don't get involved with the second gens. In any of their conflicts. You know, I don't get involved in that because I feel like they're kind of like siblings. So I don't take sides. I'm not involved in that, and they do what's best for them. So I just wanted to say that. I like I said last night, I was in a little bit of a state, and I texted our friend Joel McCoyne, who I think is still in the chat. All right, I'm just starting things as I go along, and I'll get to your questions. Okay. Yeah. So I called Joel, our friend Joel, and first I texted him like, "Are you busy? I need some advice." And so I called him. He was free. We talked for about 2 hours, and he's been an observer for all this time. He has been sitting back and watching and also contributing and being there, and he's been in my chat since day one, and I trust him. I've gotten to be good friends with him. And one phrase that he said that really stuck with me, he said, "Don't let negativity drive the narrative." And I think that's true. It's so wise because, like I said, the negativity can be addicting, and don't let it drive the narrative. It's like, we always say, like, well, keep your eye on the prize. What are we here for? What are we here for? I am not an eloquent speaker. I can't even say it. I'm not an eloquent speaker. I don't really report the news. I'm not that organized. I don't have a radio voice, or even, I don't have the presentation. Today I'm kind of disheveled. I left my blow dryer up at the cabin. Excuse me. I know, first world problems. And behind me, the sun was coming in so bright. First world problems, right? So yeah, I'm not presenting myself well, but I'm just here to be myself, to talk to you all, and to interact. Joel has great advice. He absolutely does. Hey, Alan. Hey, great to see you, buddy. Can't wait to meet you this week. I'm so excited. I'm really excited. So yeah, I'm in their room right now. So I got to clean up later and get my stuff out of here. So yeah, what else did I have? Okay. Oh, okay. I'm just trying to think of where I want to go. All right. So since I've been here for over a year, and even before that, before SPTV even was a thing, I got to know a lot of people, and then I started my channel. And actually, before I started my channel, one of the first things I did ever to come even on the internet was the very first chatathon. And a lot of you know Clearwater Chad. He just put himself on screen one night and said, "I'm here. We're going to do a telethon, all-nighter, sit up all night for the Aftermath Foundation." And I didn't want him to be alone, so I popped on with him, and I was talking to him and the audience or whatever. I was so nervous because I'd never really been on before, and that's what started this all. So I've been involved in, I'd say, a good dozen fundraisers in one capacity or another since then. And I'll be honest, I'm kind of tired. I'm tired, and it's no offense to anyone. It's not that I don't want to help anymore. There is such a thing as fundraising fatigue. And I'll tell you, the nonprofit that I founded 4 or 5 years ago, we were like balls to the wall. We were like constantly doing all kinds of things. It was like a full-time job, even though it was volunteer. And I was running, and COVID was there, it was happening, and we were running around giving care packages to seniors, and I was working, 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 working. And I just fell apart one day, and I was like, I need a break. So, honestly, we ended up really downsizing the nonprofit, and focusing and narrowing our focus to pretty much strictly disaster relief. And we were doing like teenage stalking programs, we were doing homeless programs, we were doing the senior care packages, and I loved doing that all, but I couldn't keep up that capacity the whole, for that long. And I think that our community has grown so much, and that there's people that do certain things, and I have a huge, tremendous amount of respect and and adoration and admiration for the protesters, and I will be there, and in any way that I can. But I don't think it's fair to put expectations on everyone, for everyone to have the same exact vision or the same exact push. And I'm not trying to offend anybody. I'm just being honest. I'm being honest. And um, I feel like, if we're here to help, we've got to understand that, we need to do what we feel that we can, and not put expectations on others. Um, I don't really enjoy being called a what was it? A desk. What is it? A desk streamer. A desk streamer. But I guess that's what I am. I'm at a desk and I'm streaming. I've been doing this for over a year. Doesn't sound like a long time, but compared to some channels, maybe it is longer than that. I I've been kind of branching out and looking at other channels, at other communities, and what I found is that being monetized in, you know, I don't know, 8 weeks. Some people are monetized within a week around here, which I've never, I can't imagine. I don't know how that happens, but um, being monetized in the first year is kind of unheard of. You know, um, it's pretty much he became normal for this space. I think I was monetized in less than 3 months, which is really good, but I didn't know any different. I thought that was normal. It's not. It's not normal. I remember, some really big channels that have 250,000, 500,000 followers. Even Aaron, I don't know when he got monetized, but I know that he's been in this whole space for what, 7, 8, 9 years at least. Um, they Oh, thanks, Atkins in Texas. Yeah, so it's not it's not normal to be monetized that fast, but I guess because we've seen it happen so many times that we think it's normal. And Hi, can everybody hear me? I don't know what happened. My internet went down. I am so sorry. Everybody hear and see me now? That is crazy. I don't know what happened. In the meantime, Zenu Marlene, I'm just waiting for everyone to tell me whether they hear me or not and see me. Hey, I'm back. I'm back. I don't know. See, that's what happens in the holler. I'm back. Okay, awesome. Thank you for your patience. I really appreciate that. Wow. It's crazy. Yeah, so I don't have any self-service, nothing. And when the internet, it just had a hiccup, I guess. So I had to reboot. Even my phone was messed up. So it was the internet. Okay, you can hear me and see me. All right, awesome. All right. I guess maybe the universe was like, Marilyn, don't say that. Because I was about to cancel myself. And the internet canceled me. Atkins in Texas. I can see you. Awesome. Thank you. Oh, you guys are so patient. Thank you, Anna. Good to see you. All right, here we are. Here we are. Um, mm, okay. So I guess I had to kind of hang back and analyze like why I'm here, right? Um, I know that I want to see Scientology's tax exempt status be revoked. I want to see them set the captives free and stop abusing people. Uh, I want to see, and I am seeing the protests and the foundations and all the things that are happening to to keep the momentum going and to make this happen, right? And I'm for it all, but I realized that I had to hang back and do what I feel like I can do. And I want to be here for this community. And I realized that, like I started to say before I got canceled by the internet, that no one owes me anything. And I feel like I'm here to help. So, um, having any expectations of the people that I'm helping is not the right attitude, you know, at, at least in my opinion. And I think about that as far as like things like trauma survivors that I deal with people that lose their homes and to fire, and when their house burns down and they have nothing, sometimes they're in so much shock, don't even know what they want, what they need. And I was like, I can be like, do you need a toothbrush? And they're like, I don't know, because they've literally lost everything. They've seen everything burn up um, before their very eyes, you know, and so for me to expect something of them would not be helpful. Would not be helpful. I have to be patient. I have to wait until they are able to reach out. And I just put things out for them and not expect them like, oh, well, they're a jerk. They're, you know, they're ungrateful, or they're not helping me help them, or they're not. I mean, if I had that attitude, then I wouldn't be very helpful. So, you know, I'm always preaching to myself. And if you can get something out of this, that's fine. I'm not here to yell at anybody. I'm not here to judge anybody or tell them that they're wrong. But I'll be honest, guys. And even in my own chat, I don't like a lot of the negativity, and I don't think that's motivating. It could be, like I said, addictive, but I don't think people are going to be motivated by, well, you never helped me, or blah, 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 or what, you know, like I don't want to do that to people, and I don't want that done to me. And I think that people are getting tired, and I have people come to me and say, you know, listen, I used to watch you in the beginning, and then you got in this aftermath thing, and you got a little bit, you know, too heated and a little off, and I'll admit there have been times when, yeah, that's true. And I felt like I was justified, and I think in some ways I was and am, but at the same time, is it really helping the overall cause. I think that sometimes enough's enough, right? I've talked about the Lincoln Park thing, 3-4 times, and that's enough. I think I'm good. I'm good. If other people want to keep talking about it, that's totally up to them. I'm not, and that's another thing. I don't like the what do you call it? Like the virtual signaling of, well, I don't talk about that. I don't want to talk about that. It's like, I just don't do it. Don't do it. If you're not going to talk about something, why talk about not talking about it? Just don't talk about it, because if you're talking about not talking about it, I think it's a virtue signal to somebody who is talking about it that they're doing a bad thing. They're talking about a bad thing. If you're supporting a certain channel and somebody thinks you should be supporting their channel or another channel, is it their business? No, I don't think it is. I don't think yelling at someone, guilting them, or judging them for supporting what they want to support when you think they should be supporting this. Nobody owes anybody anything. If you're here to be helpful, be helpful. And if someone, wants to help you, they will. But, and I've learned that from me. If nobody wants to watch me, am I going to yell at people for not, for not watching me? No, that's their prerogative. That's their prerogative. So I guess I'm just saying that, I don't want to stay in the negativity, if I need to speak out, like today I'm speaking about things that are a bit uncomfortable for me to talk about. But I think that everybody has their own priorities and we all have the same objective. But think of it this way: when you have a cause, a grassroots movement, even a religious movement or something that people get together at one point, it can get to be a lot. Like a lot of people are involved. There's a lot of different agendas. There's a lot of different priorities, and people branch off and they break off. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I've seen it all my life, growing up in churches, and I've seen people just think, well, have a different interpretation of something, but they're still worshiping same God. They're still the same religion, So I think that oh, I'm just starting some more things. Thank you for all your comments, guys. Okay. And I really try to be here for as many people as I can. I know what it was like to start out having a channel and not knowing where I was going with it or what to expect or anything. And I've made a lot of mistakes. I'll tell you, I've made a lot of mistakes. But one thing I've learned that is, at the end of the day, my channel is my responsibility. It's not up to anyone else to make my channel successful, and I have a different idea of success. The fact that I had a friend last night that's been watching me from the very beginning, my friend Joel, that was there for me, talked to me for 2 hours, talked me kind of off the ledge, and I really appreciated that. And if that's the one thing I get from this, which isn't the one thing I get from this, but there's so many great things that can't be quantified, is what I'm saying, just the sense of community. I've had it in dates. I've learned so much, like I said, about myself, about the world, about the internet, the pitfalls of the internet. And I think at the end of the day, we all look at ourselves in the mirror, and that's where it's at, right? That's what's important, is that you can look yourself in the mirror and know that you've done your best. So, hey, Lori Plays, great to see you. To see you, friend. A lot of people I haven't seen in a while. Yeah, so let me go through my notes, and I really want to hear what you all have to say, because I don't want to be a divider. I want to be uniter. I don't want to be a divider. But at the same time, I think that we're all individuals, and we gravitate towards different people. We gravitate towards different priorities, and I think that's all okay. Um, I'll tell you guys, I can't keep track of who's friends with who's in whose chat, who likes who's like in some way connected with this protester or that troll or this whatever. I can't keep track of it, and honestly, I'm not going to, and I don't want to. And as far as the thing that I have control over is myself and my channel, right? So I want this to continue to be a safe space, a place where people can gather and talk and not have the trolls come in and cause all dissension, not have even, I've talked to my mods and I've said, like, whatever happens in other people's chats, and this is something I really want to talk about too, is that I have a few mods that mod for other channels. I don't want any of that coming into my chat. If something happens on another creator's channel or in their chat, I don't want it in my chat, And I mean, I love my mods. They're all amazing. But they know that if things start creeping in, the mods are responsible for their actions as well. We all are. We all responsible. And they represent me when they're modding for me. So, and I appreciate all of their hard work. I really do. And I love them all. And there's no but about that. Okay. I just have I guess that's about all I wanted to say. And I definitely want to get your input. So, right, I've got some things started. All right. Hey, Kelly. Hey, sweetie. Great to see you. So glad you're here. Okay. All right. Just starting some things so I can go down here. I am so sorry if I missed your comment because there's so many, and I really appreciate all the. Hey, Bo Beats. Good to see you, friend. Okay, here we go. James Steele we'll kick it off with a good old dad joke from James Steele. Question: When Noah invited the animals into the ark, did he include the termites? I hope not. Well, it was only 40 days, so I don't know how much termites would eat in 40 days, but yeah, I guess probably. Oh no, can't do bare feet. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. No bare feet. Plantar fasciitis. That is no joke. That's no joke. Kathy Mitchell comment: There have been an overload of new channels. At first, I was happy to support them, but as time gone on, I have dropped many of them from my must-view list. I now only tune into about 5, and that's fine. There are so many to choose from, and I think that's a good thing. I do, and yeah. Another thing, I was talking to Aaron the other day because he's been in this space for a long time, and we were just talking about just about channels in general and about how like he built up his audience over time. And when you've got a certain pool of viewers, you really need, in order for your channel to grow, you need to branch out. You can't always depend on like a certain viewership that watch a certain channel. You need to kind of reach the internet in general and not just someone else's viewers, I guess is what I'm trying to say, because there's only so many hours in a day. There's only so many people to go around, but there's billions of people on this planet. So I've been looking at some other channels that kind of teach you how to branch out, and I like to talk about other cults. I like to talk about other things. I want to keep kind of pivoting as I want to and need to for myself. So yeah, that's something to think about, is that you don't necessarily need to worry about having a certain group of people that are already here. Maybe try to branch out and reach some more people. And there's ways of doing that, which I'm looking into, So always broadening your reach is what I wanted to talk about as well. Incarnasol, it may be that if someone wants to set up a protest promotion foundation, they can. It looks like there's a need. Yeah, I like that idea. I think that's great because there is a need. There's a lot of protesters that need help and have a need help with legal costs as well. I think that's a good idea. Hey, Aaron, good to see you. Hi, Mom. The other Aaron. It's not all your fault, Aaron. Hi, Mom. How are you doing this morning? I was not smoking. Oh, it's okay. I haven't. Like, how do I answer that? I haven't smoked. But I still have cravings. I'll be honest. It's been 3.5 months, and I haven't. I've dreamt that I've smoked a cigarette or had a drag of a cigarette, called a drag. And I wake up and I'm like, oh, and then I realize, okay, it was just a dream. So I didn't really smoke, but I dreamt about it. So I'm not sure how to answer that. I guess I'm doing good for not smoking. Yeah. Yeah. Asen, you can't cancel yourself, Mike. We ain't going anywhere. Thank you. I know. I couldn't believe you guys were still there because I was like, what do I do? I'm still alive. I have no way of cutting the stream. I have no way of communicating with you guys. And I was like, I guess I just have to wait for the hiccup to be over and the internet to come back on. And you're still here. So you're amazing. Okay. Amy M. Big channels need to help promote the protesters' legal fundraising to help the ones facing the temporary restraining orders to help get them back on the front lines. And that is a valid opinion. It's a valid opinion. Do I agree with it? Yes and no. Yes and no. I don't think that they have to. Or should. I think that the need to, should and ought, I think that needs to be maybe rephrased to it would be nice if they did, or can you please, or like I said, the bigger channels, they are some of the people that we're trying to help, right? And so putting on them that they have to do something, I don't think the obligation, I don't think that's the way to go. That's just my opinion. It would be nice if they would, and I think I think it's up to them. And they have, though. I think they have. Yeah, I don't know. I'll just leave that one to you guys to see what you think. But I absolutely do want to help. I just, yeah. Mandy, me. I understand not being able to do everything, but what does it hurt to post one community post sharing GoFundMe links for legal funds? That seems easy, and most won't do it. Yeah, I have done it. I'm willing to do it again. If I see it, I can totally do that. And it's up to other people. I'm not purposely not supporting that at all. Yeah, I understand. Again, I don't think it should be a us against them thing. It's like, if I choose to do something, I can ask for help, but I can't force somebody to help me because that might not make them want to help me. You know what I mean? And I think that we all should help each other and need to help each other, but we don't have to. You can't force people to do it. That's all. And I don't think guilting people and yelling at them is going to help either. So I'm really sorry. I probably shouldn't say this, but I did. I said it. And again, the negative motivation is not going to work. I just don't think it's going to work. So Oh, I'm going to cancel myself today. But I hope you guys just bear with me, because I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying what I'm saying what I feel. So, Kathy Mitchell, I've never felt that you were overly negative. Your kindness has always shown through. See, thank you. I really appreciate that. And I hope so. And it's not coming from a place of judgment at all. I'm just calling things the way I see them. And I'm not always right. I'm not always right. Journey. Hey there. Good to see you. Journey 2020. Thank you for sharing your story. Oh my goodness. I was bawling when I heard your story on Susie's channel. Thank you so much for sharing that. Oh wait, was it true? I watched so many channels I can't even remember what was on. Was that on Mental Health Matters? I watched so many. Maybe it was Mental Health Matters. Sorry. But anyways, I heard your story, and thank you for sharing. Everyone goes through the emotions and thoughts of an event. It's okay not to watch 100% of someone's content or agree with them on everything. Skipping a video is okay. Yeah, I agree with that. Granny G, I think information, discussion, and fun is a good combination. Do what you feel in your heart. Don't let anyone pressure you to be anyone but you. Thank you. I think that's very good advice. Thank you, Buttercup. Buttercup 49, I really appreciate that. Presenting yourself just fine. Thank you. Oh, James Still, Marilyn, I was critical of your shelf. I'm sorry. It was unkind. I do, however, think my critique has helped the channel and inspiration for the new dung heap design. Thank you. I think it was great advice. And I'm willing to accept constructive criticism. I hope you all know that about me. I really am. A sent comment. It is ridiculous to depend your behavior on who has alliance and with who. We're not in a call. Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's like you can't, I don't know. I'm not even trying to keep track of all that. It's like whatever. And if somebody doesn't like me because I talk to this person or I'm friends with that person, there's nothing I can do about that. Yeah, that I don't know. I think it's kind of immature, but yeah. Amy M. Focus needs to be helping the ones with TROs due to the cult to get back to protesting to help bring down the cult. And that's totally valid. I get it. But that's one focus. I agree that it's definitely a focus and it's important, but it might not be at the top of everyone's list. But I agree. I agree that it's important. Kathy Mitchell, when you have to tiptoe around what you are saying and worry about who likes who, forget it. That's when you know there's a problem. Yeah. And I'm not playing the game. I'm not. I'm just saying how I feel. How I feel. Mandy Me. Nance Drew needs more funds. Selfless needs more funds. Liz Ferris needs more legal funds. People could share those if they don't want to share others. Okay, that's valid. And yep, then I'm putting it out there. Mandy Me, it's understandable that not everyone likes everyone. That's being human, but sharing legal support posts should not let that factor in. Yep, I get it. And I can only speak for myself. I've never refused to share any of that. I don't know what's out there. If I see it, I'll share it. But and I've done, like I said, I've done a good dozen fundraisers. So I can only speak for myself. And like I said, I don't think it's fair to force people to do it because they're not going to want to, So I don't know. Again, the negativity, I think, yeah, I really don't know what to say. I don't know what to say about that. My Sharona, I remove myself so much from the negativity. I don't even know what's going on in that department anymore. I'm lost. Honestly, I've come to a point that I'm okay with that. Yeah, I agree. And I've missed a lot too. And I'm glad. I'm glad. Okay. I'm just going to start some more things because I know all right. You guys have a lot to say today. So, and that's fine. I will definitely, I'm kind of going backwards here. So if I read your comment way out of order, and it's okay that some of us are disagreeing. It's fine. Just please be respectful. I'm okay with tackling tough subjects as long as everyone stays respectful, you know? Okay, someone quit smoking 31 years ago. That's amazing. I hope I can say that someday. That'll be pretty old then. But okay. That's all right. We've got a lot of feisty but respectful comments. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Okay. Wow. All right. Hang in there. I will definitely. I just started 22 questions, 22 comments. So, okay. So I start them opposite, so I'll read them from the bottom up too. Okay. Stage of Flonase. There's nothing that irks me more than someone in chat dissing another streamer. Yeah, let's keep it out of there. I really don't want. I don't want that in my chat, and I think you all know that. Staysperia, the shared focus in the community is on stopping Scientology from hurting any more people. That's what binds us. The rest is personal choice and up to each person to decide, right? And how you are able to help that cause might look different than someone else's, and I think that's okay. I think it's okay. Jersey Jan, I try not to pay attention to who doesn't like whom. I just try to get along with all. And yeah, absolutely, I agree. Lori Plays, I think we started this group with the idea that we're one big happy family. That's not the case, but we should be able to respect each other while working together to take down Scientology. Yes, I think that's exactly it. Yeah, you said it very well. Amy M said, YouTube is an echo chamber. There are other platforms, Twitch, Twitter, X, etc. Yep, fair enough. I agree with that. Candy's Life, hi there. I know one thing for certain, burns suck and they hurt badly. I'm doing my best to heal. Oh, I hope you feel better. Yes. I know burns suck. I have lots of burn scars myself. Joel McQueen, if you expect perfection in people, you will have a life filled with disappointment. We humans are imperfect. We must stay as positive as we can. Anger brings on more anger. Yep, I agree. Okay, I love this comment. Thank you, Furious Knitter. I'm not sure about the quote no negativity thing. Having to be nice is a great way to shut up people that don't agree. I do find it confronting listening to people confronting or comforting. Listening to people talk about things they are passionate about. Yeah, totally. Yeah, I'm not saying there shouldn't be any discussion about uncomfortable things. That's what I'm doing right now, right? I don't think I have a negative attitude. I'm not trying to perpetuate negativity, but talking about things like in a family, sometimes you got to talk about tough things, and in there's this thing called toxic positivity where you act like everything's fine when it's not. That's not what I'm meaning, and I totally agree with you. I say to people, yeah, speak your mind and don't shut up. But also, I think that being addicted to the negativity where it's this thing that's being fed. Like I said, I'm preaching to myself here. And if anybody can get anything out of it, that's good. My approach in my channel is to give information, and also, impart something that I've learned. And if you can get something out of it, that's great. I'm not here to talk at you or to talk about myself or to get attention and views. I'm here to have a discourse. So I'm fine with people disagreeing. And that's kind of what I'm saying, is that everyone needs to be free to be themselves and to do what they want to do with their time and with their money, Kanini, hey friend, good to see you. Marilyn, you do you. And the other channels do their stuff. Right. Exactly. And I don't like hearing people be like, oh, those protesters, or those, what do they call them, desk streamers, or all this. It's like, why are we labeling people? Do your thing. And if people want to watch and help, they will. And I think that just like people get, unfortunately addicted to negativity, anger, and drama, on the flip side, if you're encouraging and you're honest and real and trying to be compassionate, I think people are drawn to that as well. So I know I am. I know I'm drawn to that. Okay. Mandy, me sharing a post for a legal fund is easy. Please, people share legal fund requests. There you go. Yeah. Fast and easy, and share it. All right. I agree with that. Cinderella, cigarette dreams are real. I haven't smoked since Christmas. I'd rather have a baby. Yeah. You have cigarette dreams? Okay, good. I don't feel as bad because I'll wake up feeling guilty. And I'm like, wait a minute, I didn't really do that. And even if in reality if I was to fall, I know I can forgive myself and pick myself back up, because there's something called exposure therapy, and I think that kind of works for me, because instead of, like, I don't have much willpower. So instead of like trying to not think about cigarettes, trying to not be near them, trying to not touch them or whatever, or smell them or be around people that smoke, that to me is harder than being around them and realizing that they've lost their power over me. I think it's been more helpful to me. Hey, Park Brunch, good to see you. It's as though all creators have become so paranoid they can no longer be as approachable or friendly. Do you understand what I'm saying? The environment has been poisoned. Let me read it again. I don't have very good reading comprehension sometimes. Creators become paranoid they can no longer be as approachable. I guess I could see that. I think maybe, yeah, you've been burned a few times. You get a little bit a little bit shy about it. I understand. The environment. I mean, I like to think that it hasn't. If you, yeah, I mean, I don't want it to be poisoned, and that's why I'm talking about it, because I think it's good to just reevaluate. And if things are not feeling healthy, like, I didn't stream for 5 days because I really wanted to take stock of where I was coming from. And there was so much happening. I didn't want to be reactive. I didn't want to come on here and be like, I can't believe this is happening, or blah, 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 and actually become part of the problem, So I didn't. It wasn't easy, because I do like to talk about things, speak my mind, but at the same time, I didn't think it was going to be helpful. So I hope that me, gathering my thoughts and writing notes and talking about it days later, I hope that can be somewhat helpful, because I want to bring people together. Asen, the phrase bigger channels can quickly go to being unhappy about expectations not met. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think it's fair to tell other channels what to do. I don't. And if I lose more subscribers for that, it's okay. It's okay. I think it's nice to help other, and I think um yeah, I would like to see that, but I can't tell people they have to. And complaining about it, causing a lot of, um, for lack of a better word, a lot of drama about it. I don't think that's going to get the job done. I really don't. I don't think it's helpful. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I don't want to talk about other creators. Let's not do that. Um, Granny G, I know you get a lot of feedback from that George guy. Only listen to him when he says nice things about you. That's cute. Literally no one and George Massey are the same person. He likes to talk to himself. Park bench, please stay strong. We need your honesty and willingness of exception. Thank you. Literally no one. Why do people feel entitled to tell other creators what they should do? You do you, boo. Yep. I agree. I agree. Constance June, could it just be that some channels have gotten feedback from their viewers that they are just tapped out for funds, similar to getting a bunch of charities calling and emailing and asking for funds? And I'll be the first to admit that. That's the case with myself, and also with many of my viewers have said, we're tapped out. And it's not that they don't want to help. It's just that there's only so many people. And that's why I said, maybe branch out and try to reach more people on the internet that want to jump in and help, because you're dealing with a small group of people that have given and given and given and given. And, they might not be able to give anymore. So thank you, Constance June. That's a very good point. And, feeling pressured like they have to, that's not going to make people, because people give out of the goodness of their heart and willingly. So I don't think that's the right approach. That's all I have to say about that. Hey, Sushifo, channels grow with authenticity. Emily D. Baker, as a lawyer, only covers certain cases. For example, Scientology channels should have the same option. 100% agree. Thank you for saying that. Yeah. I don't take up every issue that's going on. I just do me, right? What I feel that I'm passionate about. So okay. Yeah, I hear you. I'm not going to pop some of these up, but I totally hear you. I understand what you're saying. Um, from every angle. Okay. And this is a good point. I'm going to put this up. My Sharona, it's a slippery slope. If you do it for one or two, you have to do it for all. People are expecting some creators to, quote, help people who have actively tried to take the person down. And yeah, I think that, again, doing it out of obligation or negativity or, expectation, I don't think it's fair. And I don't think it works. I don't think it's helpful. So, you can't possibly help everyone. And I agree with that, is that, yeah, at what point do you say you don't want to play favorites? Like, okay, I'll give you an example. We have, and I've actually done this on my group too, my Coffee Cults and Crafts group, that Berkshire Helping Hands Incorporated is the nonprofit that I founded 4 years ago. And we have a pretty sizable Facebook group. I think we just went over the 4,000 person mark. And for this small community that I live in, 4,000 members on a Facebook group, it's pretty good. It's a lot of people. So at one point we had to make a blanket rule in our Facebook group, no more GoFundMe's. And it was sad because there were people that really, really needed the help, but we couldn't possibly for 4,000 people, constantly be pelting them with GoFundMe after GoFundMe after GoFundMe, when a lot of them were valid. People lost their homes, they lost everything. But then there were two exceptions that I can think of that people took advantage and they really didn't need it. And people came to me and got upset. And so I said, okay, we had to talk. I talked to my board and I said, as much as I hate to do it, there's plenty of other places for people to post their GoFundMes. And I had to say no more GoFundMes because I wanted it to be fair. And I felt like the GoFundMes that I knew were valid was because I knew the people. And so that didn't look good because I looked like we were playing favorites because those were people we knew. So, we decided that we were going to, from now on, just help the families that we knew that were recommended to us or referred to us by the fire departments that are surrounding. And we, depending on how much funding we have at the moment, we give a certain amount. We usually match what the Red Cross gives them. And if we have more at that time, we can give more. So, yeah, that's the thing with this, is that I don't want to play favorites. I have helped some more than others. The other people I haven't been able to help. Some people I don't even know if they need help. But I guess right now I'm to the point where I'd rather give to a foundation that is helping people, of a certain group, and they can decide where the money goes. And meet people that I trust, foundations or charities that I trust. So that's just, something that's personal. It's just a personal thing. All right, I'm going to keep going down. Pivot. Okay, I'm really bad with, you'll have to tell me what movie that is or something. I have no idea. Agreeing with Lori. I am very behind. I'll try to catch up here. All right. I have no start, so I'm just going to try to go down the line here. All right. Very behind. Okay. Sorry. Yep. Give positive ways to support people without being disrespectful. I agree with that. Hey, Nance Drew. Hey there. Comment. I do agree the black and white thinking / sides is a bit culty. There's a gray area in life where we can like and dislike things about streamers and not be on a side. Absolutely. Absolutely. And Nance Drew is another example of someone who has really gone out there, put herself out there to help. And unfortunately, Scientology is evil and rotten and has put her through the ringer. And if anyone is able to help, please, I'm sure her information on her channel is at Nance Drew. And if you're able to help, there's I think a link tree on her channel. So, and if any of the mods can put that up in the chat, that would be great. So, and that's totally up to people, but she does need help. So thank you if you can help. TN Treasure Finder, hi there. Ideally, there would be an attorney in the community that would be willing to work pro bono and or on the contingency of getting a cut of any damages awarded. Of course, there are still court costs. Yeah, that would be awesome now if they could work pro bono. Absolutely. Hey, T. Good to see you, darling. Good evening. Yeah, it's got to be late there. It'll be interesting to see what Alan from Australia, what his schedule is like, because I think it's like opposite. So I know that he and Heifer they're both on Australia time. So, but I'm an insomniac, so I think it'll work out fine. But I can't wait to see them. All right, just going down the line. James Steele, anger or tears give me migraining wells. Yeah, migraines are no fun, and neither are anger or tears. Yeah. Atkins in Texas, being authentic is the whole ball of wax. Yeah, it really is for me. I'm very drawn to people that are real, and I think everybody is. Yeah. To quote another wise woman, I think we can all agree, you do you, boo. Yes, Natalie. She's awesome. I agree with that. Totally. All right. Just going down the line. All right. I think this is a two-parter. Read this. Sushiful. I was on a school board, always in the minority, three against two. Public kept pushing us to vote with majority to obtain consensus, or that it was embarrassing that a board was divided. A method to shut us up. And I ended up being the only person to vote against shutting down our only high percentage minority downtown school. Oh, someone needed to vote against it. People need to be authentic. Absolutely. Yeah. There shouldn't be. That's a really good point. That's a good example. Because on my board of directors that I'm the chairperson of, I kind of like that not everybody agrees all the time because they see a different angle. And none of us, and I've said this so many times, and when I was on, it was like a dog with a bone with the Aftermath Foundation, that I liked that, we weren't all like related or had holidays together, went on cruises together, or best friends. We all united for the cause of helping people that had disasters. And homeless people with fires, people fires become homeless, unfortunately, and other disasters. So that's what our passion was. And we could come together on that. And we didn't always vote. We don't always vote together. So I think it's good. Hey, Mama's Life. Hey, sweetie. Good to see you. I was watching you yesterday. It was so nice to not stream for a few days because I got to catch up on some other people's streams. I loved it. Cats, bats, and flowers. Hi there, friends. Civility. You don't have to like or agree with everyone, but civility allows you to move forward. Politeness is more work than being reactive. It works, though. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Just be respectful. Just be polite. You don't have to always agree. Absolutely. Yeah. Jack of Trades. Personally, I think you are Dave Miscavige's worst enemy. I think we all are. He's got a lot of enemies. He does. And that's who I want to see go down. That's for damn sure. Comment. I'm always unsure of commenting in other chats. I was once attacked by another person in a chat for a comment I made. Never here. And I'm grateful for that. And I hope that stays. Yeah. It's, it's always a risk when you're commenting, but we try to make this a safe space. Yeah. And Rika lurk a lot. I lurk a lot too. I agree with that. That's me too. Mm-hmm. Okay, Corn Freak. To be honest, I know I'm looked down on for supporting Scotty, and I don't think most chats will allow talk about him. I mean, DOA is not a blocked word or anything on mine. I don't think. I'm pretty sure he's not. Yeah, and that's your prerogative, and I'm not going to say anything about him right now. Yeah, that's your prerogative, and I don't mind if people talk about the good someone's doing. I just don't want to, I don't want to argue about people's actions. That's all. And I don't look down on you, Corn Freak. You can support whoever you want, but just don't be surprised if people don't, agree with you. That's all. And I'm sure you're not. So, yeah. Furious Knitter, discussion spaces are good too. It helps the community too. Yeah, like I always say, it's like, I want to be able to be here to be like, hey guys, let's talk about it, but at the same time, I don't want it to become like a negativity where we're all bitching, it's like, I don't want that. So it's a balance. It's a balance. And I want to say this too, is that I want to eventually branch out and move away from so much Scientology content. And not to say I'm not going to be here to help the cause. I am, but there's also some other things that I want to explore. And I want my videos to be also kind of stand alone, where people can get something out of it, whether they're fighting this particular cause or not. So if that makes any sense to you all. All right. Sorry, I'm just reading things before I pop them up because there's some spicy comments, which is fine. Which is fine. Buckled up Buttercup. Hey there. And thank you so much to everyone who's members. I don't take that for granted at all. I appreciate you being a member, and everyone that's members. I really, really appreciate you sticking with me. It really helps. It does help to support the channel and help me to keep doing this. But I never beg for funds or pressure anybody. But I really, really do appreciate all of your support. I like you just as you are. I think a pause before posting is often helpful, but otherwise just be your wonderful self. I have spent my entire SP budget for this year, and that is totally fine. And I get it. I get it. It's okay. I don't want anyone to feel pressured at all. Yeah. Isn't one lighter note? My Santa doll is done. I sent you 2 pics. Oh, okay. I'll have to check those later because I don't have my computer totally messed up. I had to close all my windows, but I will look that up. Thank you. Kathy Scoggins. If I could, I would, but I can't give what I don't have. So the only thing I can do is give moral support in the chats and hit the like button and help the algorithm. Yeah, that's awesome. And I'm going to say this. When I say I'm going to say this, excuse me, I might live to regret it. But I've seen a couple of comments, and I'm going to address something that I've kind of seen in the comments. I don't think it's fair to expect creators to support a channel if that creator is also supporting somebody who has tried to destroy them. Okay. So I'll be honest. If I see, somebody who's in my chat that I also see in like a ZDT's chat, it's hurtful. It's hurtful to me because that guy was like, he made me cry on my pillow many, 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 many times. So if that person is a creator that wants my help or is demanding my help, I'm not going to want to help them because they're supporting someone who tried to take me down, and said the most disgusting, horrible things about me. So if you're supporting somebody who, okay, and I'm going to say it, if you want Aaron to share your GoFundMe, but you are supporting somebody who has tried to destroy his foundation, I don't think you should expect him to support you. And I'm just going to say it. So, yeah, I think that's a lot to ask. That's a very big ask. So maybe people do need to understand that. That's all I want to say about that. Hey, Gretchen, excuse me. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm not smiling because of what I just said. I'm smiling because of Gretchen. I love her. I've been lurking, watching, listening, sending love to you. Thank you. Thank you for all you do, Dr. Gretchen. Love me some Dr. Gretchen. Pigs is pigs is pigs. Thank you for saying that. I don't have funds to help anyone. I feel badly about it, even when people say only if you can. And it seems like every time you turn around, someone else needs money. Yeah. Yeah, honestly, I have avoided some channels that seems like every other day another fundraiser's popping up, and yeah, it can get very wearing and make you feel bad because I want to help everybody. I really do. And here I go again. just saying things. And that's why, guys, that's why I haven't been saying anything for almost a week. So, yeah. Yeah, I appreciate those that are saying they're not naming names because I really don't. I don't want to be talking about other creators. No. And thank you for this. If you want to send in pictures of your floofy friends, lovely landscapes, or cool crafts, email me. Absolutely. I think we need a little happy. I think we do. Pivot. Oh. Is a hilarious scene from the show Friends. Oh, I've never watched that. Maybe watched like one episode. I was firmly in the cult in the 90s, like the whole 90s. So I missed Friends. I missed Seinfeld. I missed all of it. Should I like go back and like binge Friends? What do you think? I think Friends and Pivot should lead you to that. See it on YouTube. Okay, I'll look it up. Thank you. Hey, someone came up for air. Alan Valentine was in here earlier. Hey, Have. Good to see you, honey. Glad you're here. I'm 14 minutes behind. Oh, my God. Yeah. Okay. Here we are. Kellycopter. Always telling it like it is, Kelly. I love it. Viewers shouldn't be expected to fund creators, full stop. It's certainly nice and generous, but nobody forced anyone to be a YouTuber or a protester. Thank you. That's exactly how I feel, too. Scientology rundown. Hey there, Bianca. Good to see you, sweetheart. As someone with a channel, the supportive comments are amazing and lovely, and don't feel bad if that's the only right. Absolutely. I'm just glad you're here. Absolutely. Stasia, I was doing dishes and fixing lunch listening. I love that. I love Natalie. So do I. Absolutely. Cats, Bats, and Flowers comment, volunteerism isn't about recognition. It's about people, cause, organizations you are helping. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely true. We were working on getting in American time. That's right. Oh my God, you heard that? America. America. Fuck yeah. Mm-hmm. Going down the line here. Joel McQuain, the journey of life can be a rough road sometimes. The trick is to not step in it too much. It can be true. Yeah, don't step in it. I've stepped in it. I certainly have. May all of you have a pleasant journey. Thank you for that, Joel. Appreciate that so much. Yes, Candy, I hope you feel better. Yeah, burns are no joke. No joke at all. Asen, comment, this is a safe space for me in this chat, and you've gave me the feeling to open up and speak about my past traumas. I don't take that for granted. I'm very grateful about that. And that's, yeah, that makes me feel so good. Thank you so much for sharing that, because that's exactly what I want. I want everyone to feel comfortable in as much as they possibly can, and I love when someone comes out of being a lurker and says, it's the first time I've commented and I've been watching you for a while and I feel comfortable. And then they start to open up. And I just love that. I think that's amazing. And if that's what happens on my channel and that's the only thing that happens, I'm happy with that. I really am. Oh, sitting around. Yeah. Well, be kind to yourself. Joints are hurting from lack of movement. Yeah. Maybe do some stretches, you know. You should have the freedom to focus on what you want, Marilyn. That would be authentic. Thank you, Sushiful. Appreciate that. Ellen Valentine, I only got one black eye from waking her up. Uh-oh. You woke her up? Oh my goodness. It's funny. Hey. Hey, E. Hey, sweetheart. So good to see you. Glad you're here. I love it. Chris 10M, because I love and support you. Keep being you and truthful to your heart. You are amazing. I support who I choose. Love you. Thank you so much, Chris. Appreciate that. Thank you so much for the super chat. I really, really appreciate that. I'm so glad he's here. Asim, people expecting support for creators that try to legitimately harm you is the equivalent of they are family no matter what happens for me. Sometimes keeping distance is the only way. Yeah, and that is everyone's prerogative. And I'm just saying, don't be surprised if someone doesn't want to support your cause if you're supporting someone who's tried to bring them down. It's just natural. It's just human nature. And like I said from in the beginning, no one owes anyone anything. And you know, all the help is all the help that is given is appreciated, but it's not expected. It's not expected. So if you want to help, be helpful, but I'd say don't expect other people or demand that other people help you, because that's your choice. That's all I have to say. I know it sounds really cold and I hate to even say it, but it's coming from a sincere place because I've been there, and I just had to only do what I could do, you know. Yes, pet pictures. Yes, send them to me. I love the pet pictures. Oh, sweet child of mine. Yine. Yes. Hey, sweet child of mine, Blakey. Love ya. Glad you're here. Stasia, my only memberships have been gifted. I'm not afraid to say I can't send support to anyone, and that's okay. I'm just so glad you're here, and it's amazing when people are able to give memberships. And yeah, I don't want to feel guilty for when people do give memberships or super chats or anything like that. I think it's up to them, and I never pressure anyone to do that. I really appreciate when anyone does that. And oops, sorry, I'm getting blurry. I know they probably could be doing other things with their money, like giving to some of these legal funds, but that's up to them. And not everything is under our control, you know. So, and I do really appreciate it because I want to keep staying here, keep being here. And yeah, even being on YouTube does cost money to do the streaming and all that. It's good to be able to afford that. So again, I appreciate it. Oh no, I'm like a year behind on my towels. It's the best thing I ever knew I needed in my life. I never knew I needed. Yes, I'm still waiting for mine. I'm still waiting for my special towel. Okay, I'm reading things before it, but I'm gonna pop this up because I think it's valid. I think it's valid. My Sharona, and all your opinions are valid, but some of them are a little more spicy than others. So previous actions and people's views of those actions are heavy baggage when someone comes to a predicament. They need help from a community that they had a hand in trying to split or take sides. Yeah, and that's pretty much what I was saying about expecting somebody who, to support you when you've supported somebody who's trying to destroy them. So, yeah, I think everybody has the right to support who they want, and like we said, there's hundreds of channels. So, and only so much money and so many people to go around. So, yeah, I think branching out is a good idea too. Diane D. So-called guest streaming is a very important part of getting info to others who are also interested in ending the abuses of Scientology. Thank you very much. I appreciate you saying that. And calling me a guest streamer is not going to make me want to, support all these GoFundMes and put it out there and be like, you got to support them. They just call me a name. And it's just basically saying that I'm not valid and that I should be oughta, whatever. And it's like, that's not nice. And that's not going to make me want to help you. So maybe stop calling me names. Yeah. And, I've been here just as long or longer than anyone else. And who's to say I owe anybody anything or that what I'm doing isn't valid? I'm talking to all of you and I think that's valid. And I enjoy talking to all of you. Blake Reed, I just have to read this. So cute. I don't comment many places since you are here. I just want to say, what a sweetie I think you are. You make chats a better place. Yes, we love Blakey. He's a sweetheart. Hey, buckled up. Buttercup. I agree with Kelly Copter, but we watchers need to appreciate that doing a channel or protesting is work, costs money, can be triggering, and sometimes dangerous. Do what you can. Yeah, absolutely. And they do deserve support. And I'm not saying either way. I'm saying do what you can and do what you are able and what you want to do. I'm just saying I'm not telling people they have to, because if I tell people they have to do something, who am I? Who am I to say that? I think everybody just needs to do what they feel is right. So, oh, really? My first concert was Guns N' Roses with Soundgarden and Faith No More. Awesome. I've never seen Guns N' Roses. My son has. Austin loves Guns N' Roses. I think Guns N' Roses and Nirvana were the two bands that really influenced him. And they were, Kurt Cobain was dead in the early 90s, was it? Austin wasn't born until 2000, but yeah, I think both of those bands were huge. Yes. Hey, Marilyn, for Halloween, can we be Hobby Lobby horrors together? Yes. We were called that. Yes. I'm waiting for my special towel. And I'll tell you guys, I had these tumblers made for Alicia, Vanessa, and me, because we were being called that by a certain troll. And yeah, there's like a train in Hobby Lobby, which I don't shop it. I don't shop there. But yeah, it was funny. Yeah, so much water under the bridge. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Yay, 5 new cubs. Thank you so much. Awesome. It's raining cups. Hallelujah. It's raining cups. Amen. Thank you. Appreciate that so much. Sorry, I'm just going down the line here. Yay, seal clap. Seal clap. Yeah. Okay. I'm just reading things before I pop them up. I probably should have I didn't know this was going to be a spicy stream. I probably should have had someone asked nicely, someone to come in the back and help me, but we'll get through it. We'll get through it. I'm not in any big rush today. My daughter's going to come help me clean the house though, soon. Diane D. If the bigger goal is ending abuses of the cult, how about we relax a tiny bit about the fallout of encampment and divisive communication mistakes? Let this all shake out / focus on next steps needed. Yep. Yeah. Let's just regroup and move on, right? Yeah. That's okay, Blakey. Just so good to see you here. Glad you're here. Degraded Daughter. Marilyn, you have an amazing channel. You have made the space better. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, E. Love you. And don't make me cry. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I really do. Yeah, sorry about that, Kudini. Yeah, you can go back to the beginning. Sorry about that. I've been on for a while, but I'm just not in a rush today. I feel like I haven't been on in 5 days. So here I am, just hanging out with y'all. I'm almost caught up. Xena Marlene? Yeah, let's do a Xena Marlene. A good idea. Let's see. Gotta find it. There it is. Everybody partake. I got my coffee. It's getting kind of cold. It tastes good. I'd put a little bit of the Colombian Dunkin' Donuts coffee in my regular. Pretty good. I've been doing tea a lot too, but yeah, I gotta see if I don't know, what do they drink in Australia? They drink tea or coffee? I don't know. I think probably coffee. Not sure. Sleeps with Angels, Neil Young album about Kurt Cobain. I've never heard that. To check that out. Panini, going back to my crochet. Yeah, that sounds like fun. My sanity crochet, but we'll be listening. Please hit the like. Oh, you want to see what I'm working on? So I went to the lake last week, and one night I decided I was gonna. It's hard to focus on amigurumi sometimes because you have to do all this counting and everything. But I stayed up late one night and I decided I was gonna start 3 loons. So I was listening to the loons up on the lake, and I think I've shared this with you. I never knew what loons were. Never seen one until I was in my 20s, and I went up to New Hampshire with Duncan, and one night I heard this really like scary sound. It sounded like a ghost. It was like, ooh, ooh, ooh. I was like, what is that? And he's like, it's a loon. And he showed me a picture. I'm like, those are beautiful. So I crocheted. I got to put these ones don't have their little wings yet. But yeah, so making loons. And people are asking me what the theme is going to be for the Airbnb that the A-frame that we're building, Duncan's building with his brother and our kids, our boys. Austin's up there helping him right now, but I'm decorating. So I want it to be filled with like nice little handcrafts. So I'm gonna have Austin makes these beautiful ships. Like I said, well, can you make like the Mayflower or something? He takes literal trash. He takes cardboard boxes and cereal boxes, popsicle sticks, and makes these gorgeous ships, like model out of his head. So yeah, I'm making these. That reminds me of crochet. Oh, thank you so much. I'm a poor girl. I can afford one membership, and I always choose Maryland. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Yes, and that's something I tried to keep in mind when I made the memberships. I saw that Kelly Copter had the model of just one, one fee or whatever, one cost per month, $2.99. I was like, well, some people can't afford $2.99. That's fine, but I thought, $2.99 across the board. I love that. So that's what I decided to go with instead of the tiers. Eric Rader, I love Degraded Daughter. I agree with that. 100%. Thanks for being here, Eric. Sparkling water. And F. Marlene. Thank you. That's right. F. Marlene Sweeney. That was my cult leader. I like to say her name any chance I get because she earned it along with Dave Miscavige. So, Eric. Thank you, Eric. And right back at you. I just think you're so funny and you're cool, and thank you so much for sharing your story on growing up in Scientology. I was bawling, which isn't saying a lot for me because I bawl all the time, but I was extra bawling. And I think you're an asset to this community. I just love to listen to you. Very cool. And thank you for being here. Oh my God. Yes. I love funny TikToks. Keep sending them. Okay, coffee. Good. We are coffee fiends. Duncan loves coffee. He makes at least 2 pots a day, sometimes 3. Knitter, sleep well. Oh, Knitter's going to bed. Furious Knitter. I love that. They drink larger or lager. Not sure. Oh my God, it's your birthday. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. You say it's your birthday. Dun-dun-dun-dun. It's my birthday. Well, it's not my birthday too, but we're gonna have a good time. Yeah, I like saying that instead of happy birthday. But anyways, happy birthday, Dusty Soda Dispenser. Glad you're here. What's up? What's up? What's up? Happy birthday. So that's happy. I love it. We had loons on our lake where I went to summer camp. Beautiful words. They are just, I mean, this doesn't really do it justice, but yeah, I love them. And I have to say though, my favorite bird, and I've shown you like in real life, there's one living in the creek across the street. But I love great blue herons. They're just amazing. Just amazing. Loons mate for life. I didn't know that. Wow. That is awesome. I love seeing the mama loons with the babies on her back. It's the cutest thing. We porch drinking. Yeah, I'll probably be doing some porch drinking this weekend. Jack of Trades. After seeing Dave Miscavige, Ted Koppel interview, I realized Scientology is mostly for richer folk. Yeah. Making the able more able. Ridiculous. Hey, Chrissy. Great to see you, friend. Thank you for being here. Glad you're here. Eric Rader is the best way to relax. I agree. I love his streams that he does with his, I forgot what he calls it. I don't want to mess it up. Tell me what it's called. Joints, something. Yeah. Something like that. But there's crafts involved, which I love that too. Just a Northern girl. I'm going to read this because I think it's a valid opinion. When someone's goal is to take down not only a foundation, but takes pleasure in dividing a community, they nor anyone who supports them don't deserve my time. The block button is a calming tool. And that's totally valid. And I'll be honest, guys. I don't speak for the foundation. I don't speak for any other charities, any person, but I will tell you that I'm appalled at the accusations. I have never once thought that the Aftermath Foundation was doing anything unseemingly with their donations. I've never accused them of that. I've never thought that. I think that they do good work. I had issues with some of the board members and their actions, but not the foundation itself, and not how the money was being given out and disseminated. So I'm not worried about or dispersed. I don't think that they are doing anything bad. And the same with the SBTV Foundation. Come on. The last thing I would call them are grifters. There may be disagreements. There may be people that leave. It's a huge board. It started with 12 people. And the boards come and go. People come and go on boards. It happens all the time. I only have one of my original board members out of 7. And I'm not on bad terms with any of them. I mean, we're fine. We're friends, but we're not friends. I don't go on cruises with them. But at the same time, things happen. And it's not, the whole rumor mill thing, it's just ridiculous. So, yeah. And by the way, the SPTV Foundation does have an EIN number. I've seen it. And I don't know. I just think all the rumors, just screw it. It just makes me mad. Marilyn, I've got a crick in my neck. Oh, okay. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. Corin, you do a great job. Yes. Yes, she does. They're in Chicago. I love the Chicago streamers. I love them all, but I don't know, something about Chicago, and I just love that city. Just amazing. I really want to go back. Gretchen only. I love that the A-frame and the Airbnb is a family project. Everyone contributes. What a creative family you are. Don't forget Uncle Al. Don't forget Uncle Al. That's right. He's a great guy. What do you call it? Yeah, these are loons. Like loony. Yeah, they're called loons. Yeah, I want to get a pattern. Oh, here it is. There, drinks, joints, and chefs. Right. I love it. I love it. Sounds like a great new name for your channel. Yeah. Never heard. Yeah, I didn't know they existed. Well, don't go on Chicago train system after midnight. I can imagine. All right. I hear the dogs barking, so that must mean Haley's here to help me. So, I hope this was productive. I'm probably going to get some feedback that might be a little spicy, which is okay. And not saying that my opinion is, the end all be all. Just putting it out there. And I hope that you all know that it comes from a sincere place. And thank you for being here and for contributing to the conversation. And I hope that we all can just continue to work together and separately too. It's okay. I think that this is a good thing, and growing pains and things like that is going to happen. It's going to happen. So hopefully the next time I see you, I'll have some amazing company and we will hang out together and talk. And have a great day, and I will see you soon. Bye. Zenu, Marlene, everybody partake. Cheers. This is good coffee. This is why, my hubby makes the coffee.